Good evening, I'm Sean Green with tonight's edition of Sports Night. Defending champions St. Cyprians have booked their spot in the round of 16 after they cruised through Zone 3 of the 2017 Cape Shepherd Berger Royale A1 Supermarkets National Road Tennis, that's primary school road tennis competition. Now playing at Rubis today, Cbc Sports Club, St. Cyprians won all three of their encounters to top the zone, as some of the matches were forced indoors due to rain, as we'll see in a moment. Now they were joined in the round of 16 by St. Giles Primary, who had 2 wins and 1 loss. CBC's Damon Best takes a look at some of today's action.
This is Zone 3 action, and we start with Christian Gill of Milton Lynch versus Isaiah Griffith of St. Giles in the near court. Gill with the attempted slam, but goes long. Solid road tennis on display from these two, who brought the basics to the court. Switching sides and Gill digging deep, getting the ball back into the court, allowing his opponent to make the mistakes. Griffith followed suit, keeping it simple, and Gill with the error this time. Griffith would capitalize on those errors to take the game 21-18. Well, Milton Lynch claimed the second game 21-11, so we fast forward to the decider where Kilani Clark of St. Giles took on Kevion Perch. Perch goes cross court for the point. Clark, however, showed he wasn't a walkover, forcing the ball to the left of Perch. However, Perch would lead at the turn 10-8. Perch moved Clark around the court, exploring different angles as Clark picks out the net. Perch attacking Clark's back arm and making sure he exploited it. However, Clark found his way back mainly through errors from Perch, forcing a tie break. The game locked at 20 apiece. Perch then finds the net with his back arm reply to give Clark the game 23-21 and St. Giles the 2-1 victory. Well, we turn to the second encounter where defending champions St. Cyprians, represented here by Nathan Maskell in the far court, coming up against Shamari Green of St. Jude's. Maskell with the mistake early on, but he responded immediately, going to the far right of Greenwich, who finds the net with his response. Greenwich looked confident on the ball while Clark was doing well defensively, allowing Greenwich to make his own mistakes. Switching sides, and Greenwich, finding his rhythm, gets the cross-court slam going. Maskell, as simple as ever, moving Greenwich around, and it's into the net once again. But Greenwich was confident and put together some replies, which caused Maskell to find the net himself. Greenwich tidied up his act to get the win 21-15. St. Cyprians took the second game 21-7, so we pick it up in the third and decisive game, where Jeria Malcolm of St. Cyprians took on Renisha Stewart of St. Jude's. Stewart replied immediately, attacking Malcolm's forearm with the serve, but searching for the point again, she's too long. Malcolm switched ends with a 10-5 lead and continued to tighten his grip, passing Stewart to the left. However, Stewart wasn't giving up without a fight. She gets the point. Malcolm, too long. But Malcolm held his own and took care of business, sealing the game 21-13, giving St. Cyprians the 2-1 victory. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
A new date has been set for the finals of the 2017 BCA Everton Weeks Under 13 Schools competition between Christchurch Foundation and Combermere. Now, it was back on May 25th when both teams were a no-show for the finals at the Empire Ground after the Barbados Association of Principals for Public Secondary Schools opted to boycott the match over aspects of the BCA's 2017 regulations. Now, the final will now be played on Tuesday, October the 24th at the same Empire Ground starting at 11 a.m. after the BCA, the BAPPSS and the Association of Secondary School Cricket Coaches reached an agreement. A stroke-filled century by A.B. de Villiers on his return to international cricket saw South Africa defeating Bangladesh by 104 runs in the second ODI today at Parel. Now sent into bat, South Africa posted 353 for 6 from their 50 overs. A player of the match, de Villiers, top score with 176. Now that came off 104 balls, 15 fours and 7 sixes in that knock to pass the 200 ODI sixes mark and join the elite list of players such as West Indies opener Chris Gayle and India's MS Dhoni. Now, Hashim Amla continued his good form with a knock of 85. Now, for Bangladesh, Rubal Hussain was the pick of the bowlers, taking 4 for 62 from his 10 overs. Now, in reply, a good all-round bowling performance by South Africa saw Bangladesh being bowled out for 249 in 47.5 overs. Musfiqur Rahim top scored with 60 and Adel Filiqueo, he led the attack, taking 4 for 40, while Imran Tahir, he had 3 for 50. Now, the result means that South Africa has now won the 3-match series with 1 game remaining. Eighteen teams, including the defending men's champions, have already been confirmed for the second edition of the Rugby Barbados World Sevens Tournament. The tournament, which is set for December 9th and 10th, will take place at the Frederick Smith School grounds and includes teams from the United States, Canada and Scotland. Now, manager of the local organizing committee, George Nicholson, says this year they will be adding special features to the tournament.
This year we're doing a few different things. We're going to be staging a charity dinner featuring Shane Williams, the Welsh and British and Irish Lions international player. He'll be the featured speaker. That event will be at the Radisson on the December 7th. We're also having a level 1 referees course for any of the teams who have people that wish to start learning about refereeing, or even Barbadians who want to start learning about refereeing. That will be conducted by a certified referee educator from World Rugby.
Well, there's a total prize money of $6,000 to be split between the men's and women's divisions. The winners would also receive a special mahogany trophy built from a Barbadian company. And event owner Brent Stallmeyer says the event is all about fun, but it would also benefit the Barbados economy.
We have a nice broad spectrum of people from the high end right the way down to those who are looking at lower levels of accommodation. But we have a pretty good high end bunch of folks who are going to be here spending a fair amount of money. And interestingly, for example, this morning I got a text saying from one of the teams in the US is that they're sending 2 teams, and they're arriving on the Monday before, and they're not leaving until the Tuesday after. So they're spending a full 8 days here, and it's 35 of them alone. So that again is they were here last year. They liked what they saw. And they're coming back, and they're coming back to enjoy it and to play hard rugby, of course.
4 athletes departed the island today to represent Barbados at the Ben Wielder Legacy Cup in Toronto, Canada. The bodybuilding and fitness competition is normally held for competitors from the United States, Canada and Mexico. But according to Public Relations Officer of the Barbados Amateur Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation, Ivor Worrell, Barbados' reputation has seen them being added to the card. The quartet of Deano James, Shakira Duglin, Lamar Coward and Jamil Johnson have all done well on the local scene, and Worrell says he expects nothing but the best from them.
This is a prestigious event, and you have a chance of, if you do very well on that, of course, win, you can access a pro card, and then you can move on to another level. So this is not just a trip to North America to feel the cold or probably see Santa Claus early. Shakira would have done extremely well at the Amateur Olympia body fitness event. He's more the greenhorn in the group, but he has done well at our national event. Lamar Coward, he will be competing in the under 23 category in bodybuilding, and we expect good things of him. He is one of those youngsters that as soon as he gets on stage, you can really see him. He catches your attention. And of course, we have Jamil, who is in the men's physique, who is a fantastic young athlete who has done very well. And this exposure will do very well for them and for our discipline and for Barbados as a whole, because like I said, we want to maintain that reputation we have in bodybuilding.
Well, it's an international event, and Worrell says the plan is to provide the athletes in Barbados with more experience on the regional and international stage.
We've not been going to a lot of international events within the last few years, yes, here or there. But with this new administration now, we are looking at moving persons from local to regional to international. And it will be done incrementally, I just mentioned. And this is a step in the direction that we are taking.
So here's what's happening tomorrow, Thursday in sports. The Gaia T20 tip ball competition continues at Rice's in St. Philip. The opening match at 7 kg11 will take on DHL, while the 10 p.m. fixture will see Gaia take on CAH Ramp. There's the schools under 19 basketball and netball competitions at various venues across the island. Primary schools road tennis and action that continues in that competition at the Ruby Sports Ground with Zone 4 action. West Terrace, Bear Primary, Sealer and Eagle Hall will all be on court. Well, that's sports for tonight. Join us again tomorrow for more sports. I'm Sean Green. Good night.
You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.